So today we're going to look at how we can measure accurately. Accurately is another word for correctly. So I've chosen my cookbook to measure. When measuring the length of something, I would lie it down on a flat surface so it's much easier to measure. And then you're able to lie down your measuring tools next to it. I'm going to use Multilink to measure, which I know lots of you probably won't have at home. Therefore you can get creative and you can choose whatever you want to measure with. Just remember it's got to be small and you need quite a lot of them because you need enough to measure with. So you might choose things such as sweets, pasta, or even grapes. Right, so when measuring you need to make sure that you either start at the bottom of your object or the top of your object. I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to make my way up. So what I need to do, I need to use my Multilink and I need to lie them flat next to my object in a nice straight line. So I know I'm measuring as accurately as possible. So I'm going to start gently and carefully placing them next to my book. You can see they're all touching one another, but they're also touching the book as well. So I know that they are measuring the book as accurately as possible. So line them all up. So as you can see, I've had to use quite a few pieces of Multilink. So again, remember, whatever you are using to measure with, you might need quite a few of them. So as you can see, my Multilink is lined up next to my object. They're all in a nice straight line and they're touching one another. There's no gaps left. So let's see how many pieces of Multilink I have used to measure my cookbook. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So my cookbook is 11 Multilinks long. So the length of my cookbook is 11 Multilinks. So a few golden rules I want you to remember when you are measuring something. Whatever you have chosen to measure, lie it down on a flat surface. So it makes it much easier to lie your measuring tools. So I've got Multilink, so you might have chosen pasta or sweets. It makes it much easier to lie them down next to it. Remember, these objects that you are measuring with, they need to touch one another so that you are measuring accurately, and they need to also be touching your object. So they need to be next to it. You can either start at the top or you can start at the bottom, but making sure you are going from one side to the other.